My name is Amanda and I'm on the mic. This is Diva Speak TV, so y'all get hype. This week's Superwoman of the Week is Nikki Giovanni. Now, I come from a poetry background, and Nikki Giovanni was definitely one of the first poets for me to really idolize and get into, and I to this day consider her to be just an amazing woman, hence why she's Superwoman of the Week. Nikki Giovanni is a poet and activist who's been doing her thing forever. She was involved in the civil rights movement in the 60s, she was involved in the Black Power movement and the Black arts movement, and she continues to write and put out new books. She has a new book called Bicycles. Here she is speaking at St. Francis College in Brooklyn, and she's doing a poem that she said she wrote because the kids may not know about Rosa Parks, but maybe if we can get them doing a Rosa Parks dance, they can learn a little something. Check it out.
In order for these kids to grow up and have some other sense of Rosa Parks, because eventually they'll get to the history, but I thought, well, why don't we just turn Rosa into a dance so that they can sit around and do the Rosa Parks. Do the Rosa Parks, say no, no. Do the Rosa Parks, throw your hand in the air. Do the Rosa Parks, say no, no. Do the Rosa Parks, tell them that's not fair. Sit down. Stand up. Sit down. Let's do the Rosa Parks.
Yeah. You say that? That's why I love her. She even has a tattoo on her arm that says Thug Life in honor of Tupac. I'm just saying. Nikki Giovanni, man, if she ain't on some super shit, I don't know who is. Pick up, let down, you know, we're in all-star mode. Get it? At a time when our world hinges on uncertainty, when every day seems like a new mystery unfolding, when those of us in America have so little solidity to hold on to, we need something that will keep us grounded and rooted. Something that can assure us that it will always be there. Well, folks, Allen Iverson's braids are no longer that thing. I have loved Allen Iverson for many a moon. So long I have loved this man. But I am so happy that he decided to finally leave 2004 and show up in 2009. Yes! Actually, he looks like he did at Georgetown, which was pretty good. He displayed his new do at the practice for the Eastern Conference team for the NBA All-Star Game, and I am just so pleased. We salute you on moving forward and getting these braids out of here. Now, my question to you guys is, who else do you think should get rid of their braids? Some people really do look good with their braids, but some people need to let it go. No dice. Who do you think needs to go back to the Caesar? 1. Pusha T of the Clips. 2. Jim Jones. For the third choice, I plead the fifth, and I turn it over to our editor and director, Mr. Lyndon McCray.
Alright, cool, throw me under the bus. But you and I know who need to cut them braids? Stevie Wonder. I said it. I know you can't see, but you feel all that forehead. I saw him on the Grammys inauguration. Shit looked like a cape. Alright?
How you gonna say it look like a cape? How you gonna say it look like a cape?
Y'all know I'm right.
I want no parts of that. Stevie is off limits to me. So you all decide, leave us a comment. I mean, are we living in the Congo? Like, I'm just trying to understand what the fuck is going on in America when we are giving away diseased peanut butter. Now, I had heard about this letdown a couple weeks back about there being some peanut butter recalled from FEMA care packages, but it was very sketchy and it wasn't very clear. Well, they've definitely gotten clear on it now. The federal government sent potentially contaminated peanut products to schools in 3 states for a free lunch program in 2007. Officials at the Department of Agriculture said that the peanut butter and roasted peanuts processed by the Peanut Corp of America were sent to schools in California, Minnesota, and Idaho. More than 1,300 foods that used ingredients from the company's processing plant in Blakely, Georgia have been recalled. Now that goes for Not just peanut butter, cake mix, brownie mix, all type of shit. And the list is crazy. You can check it out actually on the USDA's site. And it goes on and on and on. And I'm just trying to understand how something like this slips through the cracks. Now remember, we one time reported on there being some poisoned formula being sold in China to children. And actually, just to follow up, those people have been indicted and have been tried and are going to be put in jail. But here we are in the States, and you know ain't nobody gonna get indicted, nobody gonna get tried and put in jail. I know that they've had to do congressional hearings, but the reality is that the USDA is a government association. So how is this slipping through the cracks? And how are these kids, and you know it's the poor kids with the free lunch that are getting the shitty shit. You know it's the FEMA kids that are still in trailers that are getting the shitty peanut butter. It scares me. It really does. Because first it was the mad cow disease, and then it was the tomatoes. Now it's peanut butter. Man, George Washington Carver is turning in his grave right now. This is an outrage. Now you know them ain't my peanuts. So, if we could get it together and stop giving out the shitty food to the folks that we think don't mean shit, America, I'd really appreciate it. Oh, and side note, a big goes to McCain for going on record saying Obama has not done a good job so far. Quit being salty for losing, old man. Salty like some goddamn peanuts. Shit. Well, folks, as our Black History Month continues on, we continue on with yet another sad moment in Black history. Now, once upon a time in the late 80s, there was a television show that swept the nation, that brought all of the brothers and sisters together every evening at around 11 o'clock. No, not Jay Leno. No, not Johnny Carson. And no, not Magic Johnson. Arsenio! And tonight's guest will be Eddie Murphy. Again. Before you get upset, let me make it clear. The sad moment in Black history is that the Arsenio Hall show got canceled. I mean, damn, this was our time. This was a great show. Arsenio had great guests, and honestly, he was a really good interviewer. I mean, only on Arsenio Hall show could you see Public Enemy performing and also see Eddie Murphy on the couch, as well as LaToya Jackson prior to her surgeries. I'm just saying. Arsenio Hall show, even though I was young and I wasn't even allowed to stay up all the time, it was all everybody was talking about, you know? So even as a young buck, I was aware that this show was great for our community, it was dope, and it showed us in a new light. And I mean, we've had the Johnny Carsons and we've had all of these cats doing this late night thing for so long that it was finally our chance, and Arsenio stepped to the plate. And you know what ended up happening? They got him. Sure enough, Arsenio wanted to bring the leader of the Nation of Islam, Mr. Louis Farrakhan, onto the show. And of course, the network was like, whoa, hey, he's an anti-Semite. What did Arsenio do? What any brother would do. Whatever the fuck he wants. He brought Louis Farrakhan onto the show, and the show was promptly canceled. A sad moment in Black history. And it only gets sadder when you think of, where's Arsenio Hall now? We know where Eddie is. It's a long way from Zamunda. Well, that's another Diva Speak TV. Thank you to Lyndon for getting on camera for once. It's Amanda Diva signing off. Make sure you subscribe at youtube.com/Diva Speak TV. Big ups once again to This Is 50. Got us over there doing our thing and getting our numbers up crazy. Also, as usual, we got to give a wonderful shout out to rtechnyc.com for doing our graphics. They always do it up big. Man, we got some stuff to let y'all know about. We got the new show, Diva TV, all over there at karmalooptv.com. So that's going to be your source for interviews galore from yours truly, Amanda Diva. Here's a little preview. A lot of people feel like this job is very glamorous. It's like, oh my God, you get to just dress and tour and be with John Legend. And what is the best part? The best part of being Estelle and being out here and, you know, all that. Also, got some new music for you. I'll be dropping my free piece, Spandex Rhymes and Soul, on March 4th. It's a free download. Now, last week we dropped the first record, Rebels, produced by Kobos. This week we got the next single, Neon, featuring Johnny Polygon, produced by Droop E of the Pharmaceutical. Shout out to all my people in the Bay. You know what it is. We're always bringing you the good shit and it ain't gonna stop. Cause we can't stop.